everyone, I'm doing a video about a stress hack that has helped me the past few years, and it's useful if you're somebody who struggles with depression and perfectionism. It's a terrible combination if you have a propensity towards depression or anxiety, and also you have perfectionist tendencies. And I get this a lot as somebody who has bipolar 2 disorder. And this is a question I wish I knew to ask myself when I was younger, when I was a student. But the one question I ask myself when I'm feeling anxious is, does this have to be done well, or does it just have to be done? And this question gives me a lot of clarity. So a lot of times when you have a chronic illness, doing simple things or things that look simple to other people can take a lot of energy. For example, making reservations at a restaurant. That takes up energy. So now that I have this question in my mind, it allows me to be discerning with my time. I realize that not everything should require the same amount of energy or attention to detail. So 3 things that help me, and I wrote about this in an article on my blog, Fashionably Ill. I'm going to link to the article below this video. But the first is, does this have a deadline? Does this task have a deadline? So I have to submit comments on proposed changes to various issues as communications director of the Healthcare Rights Coalition. And oftentimes there are hard deadlines, right? So if expediency is really important, then I might have to sacrifice a little bit on, I'm not going to be able to say everything I would possibly say if I had more time. And then another thing you should do is you should set a time limit. The time limit should be proportionate to how important the task is and how difficult the task is, right? So if I say I'm only going to spend 20 minutes on finishing this thing up, I'm only going to spend 20 minutes on that, right? So my attention to detail, for example, if I'm sending an email to an editor, if I'm sending an article or a proposal, my grammar has to be perfect. Actually, it has to be perfect in an article. But if I'm just exchanging emails, internal emails between colleagues, right? If I'm sending something to a fellow debate coach, I'm not going to worry about my grammar to the same degree. So first, ask yourself, is there a deadline? Second, set a time limit for how long you are going to work on X task. And then third, ask yourself, how difficult is this, right? So if the task is actually easy and it's like this easy, but you're spending this much time on the task as if it were something really difficult, that could be, that's a sign, okay, I think my perfectionist tendencies are digging in, and I have to have some perspective. So again, the stress hack that helps me is asking myself this one question: does this have to be done well, or does it just have to be done? And let me know what you think in the comments. Do you ever struggle with perfectionism? Does it make you feel anxious? Does it affect your moods? And what do you do to curb that perfectionism? Thanks. Oh, and if you found this video helpful, please share it and subscribe to my channel. Thanks.